cap. Look at the deflection. Del Campo. Watch out. Adams. Scores! Watch this thing out of midair. Beautiful first touch. Bottom corner. Thank you very much. Landon Donovan just sitting on the sideline. Hits the reset button. And put that.
Hey everyone, welcome in. It's Matchday Live. It is the 2021 preview show. He's Darren Smith, I'm Jordan Carruth, and we are back. We're currently at Torero Stadium. The preseason has officially wrapped up, which means we're now ready for the regular season to start. Darren, I'm excited for tonight because tonight you and I are going to have the opportunity to chat with several executives and players with San Diego Loyal.
Of course, the manager as well, Landon Donovan, will stop by, so we'll get a nice blend of new players, returning players, management, etc. Jordan, it gets underway here starting Friday, April 30th. So at Phoenix Rising, ESPN2, make sure you adjust accordingly there on a Friday night. We're going to be on YouTube streaming before every match, before and afterwards, and SD Loyal has really done just a magnificent job of getting through the pandemic now and getting set for season number 2. They brought in new players, they've brought in even higher level of competitive spirit, and we're ready to get this season going, and I'm excited to get it going on April 30th there out in Chandler, Arizona.
Yes, the Chandler Rising quickly coming up on our schedule. Darren, I think something that many people are excited for here in San Diego, to finally see San Diego Loyal. We haven't been able to watch many games here in the preseason. What do they look like? I think that's what I'm really excited for in Phoenix, because for me, this is a brand new team. This is not a team that is very similar to 2020. This is a team packed with personality. This is a team that looks bigger to me. They look stronger to me. I think they're going to try to do the same things, and I think they're going to accomplish those things. But make no mistake, this is a different squad than 2020.
Absolutely, and we saw what happened towards the tail end of the year, right? When you bring in an Alejandro Guido and you bring in Rubio Rubin, Miguel Berry. So we saw this team end on a pretty high note. I think we would agree. Getting set, getting the wheels off the ground on March 7th was such a challenge, and it was such an amazing night here at Torero Stadium. We couldn't wait to see it for the second time. A pandemic hit, and Jordan and I were here at Torero Stadium before every single match, and we missed the fans. They missed the fans. We missed the supporters. We missed the locals, Chavos de Loyal. So we're looking forward to seeing that bit here. The energy inside of Torero Stadium, it was so crazy on that March 7th night. And I'm with you. I can't wait to see what it looks like here when it starts for real, Jordan. Last year, so much about it was, hey, it's team one, it's season one. This year, this is a roster that's been assembled with purpose. They've got some players on this squad this year, some guys who are historically significant in the United Soccer League. So this is going to be a rock and roll season for SD Loyal.
All right, so you might be wondering, what are we doing here at Torero Stadium? Well, we're going to chat with a lot of people. We're going to chat with Andrew Vasiliadis. We're going to chat with Warren Smith. We will chat with Landon Donovan. We have a few players on our schedule as well. So we're going to be able to cover a lot of different topics. The season coming up, the differences coming into this year, things that you want to see continue, maybe a couple things that you want to just keep in 2020 and not use going forward. So this is a great opportunity for us to learn a little bit more about a team that's about to kick off its season.
Absolutely. It's a preview show. We're going to tell you where you can watch Loyal this season, how you can interact with us, all the different things that this club now does in the community. Because for as much as we focus on the matches in 90 minutes at a time, what this club has done here in San Diego, Jordan, really is remarkable. And we're going to talk about that as well, because it's such an important part of what SD Loyal is.
All right, everyone is sick of us by now. Let's get to the team. Let's talk to the stars. That's coming up next here from Torero Stadium.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
Welcome back. It is Matchday Live, the 2021 season preview edition. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Carruth. Very excited to continue tonight. We are now joined by the owner and chairman of San Diego Loyal. He is Andrew Vasiliadis. We're a couple days now away from Phoenix, the opener. How excited are you, as we are just a couple hours away from getting the season underway?
Fired up. Big time fired up. Really fired up.
Ready to go. It's already here.
Man, can it be Friday yet?
It's a quick off season for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, quick off season, but a long off season before training camp got started. There was just a lot of time off with a later season start. But once it got rolling, it was rolling. And to be a week away, it feels like I talked to the guys yesterday about starting camp, so just very excited.
Andrew, we're here at Torero Stadium on the campus of the University of San Diego. We know May 29th is a little further down the road, handling it one game at a time, but just to be back here, to be at the home pitch, to have a couple of people in the stands, what do we expect this year at home, given the circumstances of last year?
Man, 7 months ago was roughly when we were here last. To be back here tonight with some people and then to think of May 29th with about 30% is going to be incredible. Just to welcome people back. It was a little surreal last year, sitting up there with just nobody around. As much as I enjoyed the game, this is for the community, and to not have them here for that last season was tough on me. And so just welcome back then, and then when we get to June 19th and a full house, that's going to be incredible.
But you guys did, I think, such an amazing job, to your credit, as the entire club, keeping connected with your supporters and with the city. I know how important that is to you as a native San Diegan. What was that like, just keeping connected with people, even though we all had to keep our physical distance?
It was huge. I was DJing for ratings.
Yeah.
I was, like anything we could do to stay connected was important to me. We had been doing listening sessions, right before the season had got started. And just to lose that ability to be with our fans and to hear from them, it hurt. But then to find ways to stay connected, we did Zooms with them. We were reaching out to them, making phone calls, whatever it took to make sure that they didn't forget about us.
Yeah, one of the things that you guys announced this off season, and something that's all about San Diego, Loyal Select. And I know you love chatting about Loyal Select, and it's an opportunity for San Diegans to get right into a pipeline into professional soccer. Why are you so excited about Loyal Select and what it brings to the city?
I just, growing up here as a kid, you dreamed about soccer, but there wasn't a pathway to pro. I'm not saying I was going to be a pro, but just to know, to see these kids come out with us and to have them know that this is the place that in their city they can accomplish their dreams means the world to me. And the other part of it is we have so much talent here in San Diego. There's so many clubs from other markets that are grabbing these kids. And that's not what we want to happen. We want them to be here and represent San Diego because they know what the city needs.
Yeah, and that was my follow-up to it, because it puts a spotlight on the talent right here in San Diego. And it sounds like the goal is to keep that talent right here in town.
100%. We want to provide them the best opportunity to grow, and we want to make sure that's here.
And that's not the only thing that Loyal does such an amazing job of here in the community. We can obviously point to moments from last season, from 2020, where you guys really were impactful, not only on the pitch, but also off it as well. Some of the things like Leal Sin Muros, right? Mm-hmm. Loyal Without Walls. Can you tell us a little bit about just the community outreach, especially the point of emphasis here heading into 2021?
Look, kicking a soccer ball into a net is a wonderful thing, and we love to watch it. But if we can make an impact on our community that lasts generations, that's what's important. And that's what the beauty of sports, and especially soccer, allows you to do, is connect with the community, bring them in, and then support the community outside of the soccer field as well.
The expectation now coming into 2021, I don't think anyone could have expected the way it finished in 2020. But for you coming into a brand new year, it's a brand new team. What are your expectations? What are you hoping to see from the club?
Yeah, 100%. So last year we were teaching the coaching staff. I keep saying we. I'm not a part of the coaching staff. I have to remind myself of that. But the coaching staff was teaching a system. And now that system is already here. And so from the minute we started training camp, we were 5 steps ahead from where we were at the beginning of last year's training camp. And then you add real kind of pros to the roster with Corey Herzog, with Thomas, with Jack, guys who could come in and know what it is to be a pro and just fit right in and work into the system. So they caught up real quick. So watching the group gel, which has been incredible, and then seeing them apply the system and grow the system has been great.
So having the experience of year number 1 is definitely going to benefit here going to year 2.
Huge. I mean, there were times last year where teams asked questions of us and we didn't really know the answer to it. Whereas what I've seen in the preseason is anytime somebody's asked a question, we figured out a way to answer them.
And I want to say one thing about this too, because I had a chance to go to one of the preseason matches and I sat next to Andrew, and Andrew has always presented himself to us and everybody in the community as such a thoughtful guy, such a, you can hear it in the way he speaks. But one of the core principles of this club, right? There are 4 core principles. One of them is competition. This guy is about as competitive as it gets during a preseason match as well. let's not kid ourselves. You know, we're talking Loyal Select, we're talking about Leal Sin Muros, but you are driven here. You are super competitive. You want to win. Like, you have high expectations for this team.
Yeah, they're from the team to the front office. The goal is to make San Diego Loyal the pinnacle of soccer in North America. We've got a lot of work to do to get there, but we have to set lofty goals, right? I talked to this group before the beginning of last season, and I said, I think we're a playoff team. I talked to the group at the beginning of this year, and I said, I think we're a championship team. That's the expectation here. Anything less of making a championship would be disappointing to me. And so what you were talking about was a preseason game that I was not very very pleased with at the time. But it's important, you know. I had seen 2-3 weeks of growth, and then all of a sudden we weren't playing very well, and I was a little upset with how we took a step back. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be hard. You're going to hear me, good and bad about it.
And by the way, I'm not telling any tales out of school here because he put it out there on Twitter.
Yeah, I got a little bit in trouble with that with some of the players, and I learned my lesson there. The fans haven't been able to come to any of the preseason games. We're not streaming them or anything, and so I just want to give them a little tidbit of information. It's funny, they didn't get upset when I was saying nice things the weeks prior to that.
They never
but
do.
I got a little trouble for that one.
Yeah,
so
they never
lesson
point
learned.
out. It's never the compliments that are pointed out. Just curious, your seats, where do you sit now that we're going to have fans back in the house and everything? There's a little bit less room to deal with. Where are your seats?
I am above the away bench.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So in shouting distance.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're excited for the season to start here in a couple days.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
You got it. Thank you.
I have good news for you. You have a huge heart and a mind that was able to imagine all of this.
You're helping to save lives.
Every day. Thank you for daring to imagine health differently.
Together, we're changing the future.
For good. For good.
For good.
For good.
Welcome back inside Torero Stadium. Matchday Live, the 2021 preview show continues. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Carruth. Joining us now here at Torero Stadium, he is the founder. He is the president of San Diego Loyal. Sometimes you'll see him working around the stadium as a janitor. He does everything for this club. We're very excited to chat with Warren Smith. The thing I need to start with right now, the fans. It's going to be different here in 2021.
Yeah.
What should fans know? What restrictions will be, and what should people be looking forward to here in 2021?
Well, let's start with the beginning of the season, right? It's not, I mean, we're going to evolve into what will be a full stadium, but we're going to start with about 33%. And really just for our season ticket holders. I mean, that's all we can fit right now. So, and what I would expect is, just ultimately just a lot of fun, getting out. There'll be some beers, and but we are going to be safe. We're going to actually ask people to wear their masks and social distance, and at the end of the day, make sure that everybody's protecting each other.
So there's a chance that it kind of changes throughout the season based on what's happening here in California.
Well, the latest restrictions by the governor were lifted as of June 15th. Currently, right now, if nothing changes, we'll have 100% capacity as of June 15th. For our June 19th match, 619 day, our anniversary as well. So it's a big day, and we're really looking forward to that match.
Warren, I got to tell you, this team, this club, we're dealt one of the craziest hands that anybody's ever seen. You've been around sports for decades. What was it like just navigating through last season? And of course, continuing to grow at the same time, because that was quite a challenge. You would think that you would grow under normal circumstances, but those were abnormal circumstances. What was that challenge like for you guys?
Well, first of all, everybody in the world has dealt with it. Everybody that's watching has dealt with it. So there's nothing really special other than the fact that it was our first year, our first match. Just a wonderful night. Everyone had a great time, and the next week everything shut down. But what I really love about our staff, our team, and this community is we actually got out and we actually did stuff. We didn't just sit idle. We actually, how can we make the community a better place, and then went after it. Of course, we couldn't go and be in front of people, so we had to do a lot of conference calls. But at the end of the day, it's really cool to be where we are. I think everyone in the world's just ready to have fun, and so am I.
And that's the great thing about this, right? Like, as we start to reopen as a society, sports plays a big role in that. And I'm sure that that's something you guys not only recognize, but you guys embrace that.
Well, the reason I'm in this game is because it truly does bring people together. It's the game that represents all four corners of the world. So imagine, not being with people, right? And not getting to meet new people, not being able to be in cool events. That's just no fun. So, yeah, I think everyone's really excited. And we were excited about playing our role in San Diego and ultimately allowing people to have a great time out here on the pitch in the stadium and ultimately growing a brand that they love and feel ownership of, I hope, at least.
Warren, a lot of us rely on your experience going through this with a brand new club. You help navigate the club in year number 1. You know what's important in year number 2. What are those things as a club looks to continue to build its relationship in its home city? What's important in year number 2 as you continue to try to grow off of year 1?
Well, so under normal circumstances, this is really still number 1. We'll call it 1B. Okay, normal circumstances, we would have had people come to a number of matches, and we would have tried a lot of things and gotten better at a lot of things. But year 1B, we're gonna continue to test and look at different ways that we can continue to improve the experience here, continue to improve the experience that we have with our fans, and outside of the stadium and social. And at the end of the day, it's there's nothing different. We just try to get better and better each week.
Let's talk a little bit about how people can find Loyal matches this year. We're thrilled to be back.
Yeah.
You can follow Matchday Live, pre and post here. We're going to be on YouTube, streaming on YouTube. But you guys recently announced that people can watch you all on television, English and in Spanish. Let's talk a little bit about that and where people might be able to find you all this season.
Well, I'm really excited about the announcement yesterday with Fox 5. They've just really leaned into us, and Scott and the whole team there have just been fantastic partners. Obviously, that's great for the English side, but we're very excited to add the Spanish broadcast this year as well. We'll be on Azteca, and we'll be broadcasting with them all the way down to Ensenada. So it's very important for us because ultimately Tijuana's and the Baja region's very much a part of the region. It's just one area, and 2 different countries, 2 different cities at the end, and we're really excited to be on with them and growing an audience in partnership with our Chicano Federation partners and really making a difference in the Latinx community.
Yep, and such a big part, even pre-match, post-match on Facebook for Spanish language as well. So trying to capture it all and really recognizing what the market is all about. That's what's so unique about San Diego is that we do have this opportunity, this dual national opportunity here that you guys are embracing. Leal and loyal.
That's right. But we also can't forget about our partners at ESPN because to be able to broadcast. We'll be on 3 national broadcasts this year. The first 2 matches, and then I think it's Sacramento. Oh gosh, I think I'm going to love that game on July 3rd as well.
What do you want us to call that one, by the way? There's been different versions of it about the Warren Smith Cup or the Warren Derby. What do you want us to say?
Let's just call it the Brouhaha.
Warren, we're excited for year 1B, not year 2.
That's
year
right.
1B, we're prepared for it. Thank you so much. We're excited for the game against Phoenix coming up. We're excited to be out in Phoenix.
Thanks for all that you guys are doing. We love you and really appreciate how you represent the club, and ultimately thanks to all of them for believing in us and in you as well. So thank you.
We'll be back here at Torero Stadium. We'll chat with a few players coming up next.
Hurry into Sprouts Farmers Market for your favorite summer fruits. From the sweetest cherries to mouth-watering melons and the juiciest peaches and nectarines. Shop the freshest produce at the best prices only at Sprouts Farmers Market.
Matchday Live, the 2021 preseason preview show continues on here from Torero Stadium. San Diego Loyal getting ready to play Phoenix in just a couple of hours, Darren. We're moments away pretty much from San Diego Loyal opening up its season. For the first time in person, we get the opportunity to chat with Corey Herzog. We've had him on the podcast before. We had a lot of fun on the podcast. Now we get him here in person, getting ready for a brand new season. we know what you think of Phoenix. Now that we're really close, how excited are we for Phoenix?
I guess I got into trouble.
Did you?
Just a couple tweets and all that came at me a little bit. But no, it's all good and fun. So we're excited. We're ready for Friday. Just can't wait to get the season started.
That's how you know the season's officially here. You're getting those tweets.
Yeah.
And you're excited for the year. I don't know what else
For
you're
sure.
supposed to do. It's the best opponent to start with, isn't
Definitely. I agree. 100%.
Well, preseason's over, so
Yeah.
tell us how it went. This is for you now,
Yeah.
getting used to a new city, a new club, new teammates, new manager, new everything. Tell us how
sure.
it's going for you.
I think it's unbelievable. I mean, my 5-6 weeks here, played a couple games. Everything's coming together perfectly. Home, on the field, off the field. Team on the field, team off the field. It's been great. So we're just excited to get the season going and get that first game under our belt.
How about the club itself? How about you getting used to new teammates getting used to you, a mixture of older players, new players being brought in here? Tell
Yeah.
us what it's been like, not only through camp, but through the preseason matches as well.
Yeah, for sure. Getting to know these guys, all the new guys coming in, and also the guys that were here last year and all that. I mean, I think I talked to most of them even before I got here on Instagram, Twitter, and everything like that. So there was already that relationship. And then finally meeting them and being able to play on the field with them and just being able to get to know them on and off the field has been great. So I'm excited to bring those personalities on the field and hopefully bring some wins.
Yeah, I'm glad you bring up the personalities because that's something that I see is something that's different this year.
Okay.
I think the team looks bigger. I think you guys look stronger compared to 2020. No doubt about it. I think personality is part of the change a little bit too.
Okay.
You guys have a lot of personality.
For
How does it
sure.
work? How does that work? How do you make it work in a locker room where it's a 30-plus game season, different guys from different parts of the world? How does that gel?
Yeah, I think just I try to bring as much energy and laughter as much as possible because that makes everybody happy and easier to get through the day. I mean, some days you don't want to say it, but some days are harder than the others in that. But if I can make someone smile or laugh just one time, that fulfills my day. So that's my goal, and obviously score goals. But more importantly, just trying to make everybody get into the same gear going into the first game.
I'm curious what your perspective was of San Diego Loyal. You're someone new with the team. You played against San Diego a year ago. I get the sense that maybe you wanted to be in San Diego for quite some time. What is your perspective of the team as you enter year number one?
Yeah, I was expecting a lot, but I was shown even more than what I was expecting. So I'm really happy with that. I can't even explain how happy our family is here and all that, and you just don't understand that. So what the club has meant for us in just the 2 months that I've been here is just great. So we love it here, and we can't wait to hopefully spend a couple years here.
Well, this club, and we talked with Andrew, the chairman and the owner, and now the regular season is up next.
Mm-hmm.
And he made it pretty clear, high expectations from up top. Tell us about expectations on the inside.
100%. I mean, obviously, number one expectation is make playoffs, but we don't want to just make the playoffs. We want to make the playoffs as that top team. So we have all the home games, we have all the control and all that. So that's the number one goal is try to get first in our division. And then if we get that, I think we have a really good chance of going all the way.
And I just want to ask one last thing, Corey, for you, because you're right up there. You're on top of the USL all-time scoring list. I think third, right?
Yeah.
Something you think about? Something where you see yourself here?
I mean, you always see those numbers in that, but honestly, when you get in a game, you just want to win that game. Doesn't matter who scores, who does what. But obviously, as a forward, you want to score goals and be the best at that. So that's the goal eventually. But as long as we win games, that's all that matters.
So scoring all these goals, it just doesn't get old, huh?
Never gets old. Never gets old of scoring goals.
Never gets old.
How many more goals until you're the top spot? Do you know?
I think it's 18 to be.
18 to go?
I think so. But I think I need 6 to get second. And he's retired, so I think I could do that one.
Easier to chase
it's easier to chase a retired guy.
Speaking of goals, do you have any celebrations? I think we got a bit of a sneak preview.
We keep those for the regular season.
Okay,
You'll see
so
some
you
of
have
those.
something up your sleeve for the
We
regular
got a
season.
couple. Yeah, we got a couple coming.
All right.
Especially in Phoenix.
Yeah,
we look forward to that. We very much look forward to that in Phoenix.
Sure.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
One of the mottos on the show is score goals, win beers. We have a feeling we're going to see you.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I have a feeling you're going to win a lot of these.
Yeah, whenever you're done with these, let me know.
It's Corey Herzog, a new member with San Diego Loyal. We're ready for the Phoenix opener. Corey's definitely ready for it.
Sure.
We'll continue on from Torero Stadium right after this. We march on from Torero Stadium. Welcome back. It is Matchday Live, the preview show, getting ready for the 2021 season, just hours away from when we're going to be in Phoenix, getting ready for that match. Joining us now, Alejandro Guido. He is San Diego's number 10, the brand new number 10 here in San Diego. Very excited to have you back, Alejandro. One of the things that I wanted to bring up right away with you, you joined the team in September of 2020. So you're one of the players that did not have an opportunity to play in front of fans here at Torero Stadium. There's only a couple players that had that chance March 7 against Las Vegas. For you, how excited are you to be playing in front of fans at Torero Stadium?
I'm buzzing. I'm excited for the 20% or 30% capacity, but when it's all full stadium, I think it's going to be buzzing and it's going to be like just a vibe, you know?
Yeah, because I mean, there was that moment against Orange County for you a year ago. You score a brace, it's fun, you're scoring goals, but it's an empty stadium. Like, you want to celebrate in front of the locals. You want to celebrate in front of all the supporters here. So do you have anything up your sleeve? Do you have an idea? Do you know what you're going to do?
I'll have a celebration, you know?
Oh, you're
I'll do something with Corey. Yeah.
With Corey?
With Corey. I'm going to plan it well.
Corey just mentioned that maybe he has something ready for Phoenix. I don't know.
I like it. We'll see.
I like it as well. I'm interested to see what that could be.
Well, and not only fans, but obviously family as well. Alejandro, I mean, we talked about this. He's going to get so sick of talking to us throughout the season. I can tell. We go way back. But tell us what it's like for you, a hometown guy, to now play for your hometown club here and know that you got 32 of these matches ahead and then into the postseason, hopefully for all of us.
It's an honor. I've said it before. It's an honor to be here and to be playing in front of family. But I'm just waiting for it. It's going to be fun. 32 games in front of your family, friends, San Diego. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for it, and I can't wait for it to start.
Well, tell us a little bit about when this becomes a reality for you, because we remember you loaned here last year, and we were ecstatic. So were fans of Loyal. But for you, when do you start thinking, wow, it's Landon Donovan, it's a pretty good club. This is a club now that's committed not only to the city where you grew up, it's committed to doing things the right way, to building the best USL club that it can possibly be. When do the wheels start turning for Alejandro Guido that, you know what, maybe this is a place I would like to play a little bit more?
After the season ended, I had a meeting with Landon and with Nate, and just after then, I had it in my mind maybe to come back, and that was the destiny, and it just happened, and I'm really happy for it. There was other opportunities, but I wanted some game time. I wanted to play, and I felt this was the right environment, especially for the style of play that they're really trying to play. So that and along with Landon Donovan being here, and some of the players that were here, that makes it easier for me to play along good players.
It seemed like you were having fun last year. Why are you such a good fit? We can see that, not just because we know you, but you're a great fit here. What is it?
I think the style of play, they're trying to play possession oriented and attacking football. And I think I fit into that role, especially we want to control the midfield. And I think with Charlie, Colin, and now Blakey, finding those gaps in the middle, I think we complement each other very well.
You brought up something that I think is very interesting coming into this season. 32 games.
Yes.
That's very different than what we had last year. For you, what are the expectations? What do you have to do maybe differently as you approach a season that is much longer?
Yeah, I mean, we have to be very smart. We have a smaller group of just players, and we have to be very smart in managing just our legs, but as well going for first of all, we have to beat our conference teams. That's the most important, I believe. If we can beat those conference teams, I think we have a really big chance of going to the playoffs and winning it all.
It did not take very long for you to make an impact with San Diego Loyal. Do you have any goals? Do you go into a season with objectives? Like, I want to score X amount, I want to assist X. Like, what are your goals?
Definitely. I want to be up there in assists and goals. I want to be up there fighting for it. But I want my number 9 to be up there. If my number 9 is scoring goals, I feel like I'm doing my job through creating chances.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And that chemistry between you and your number 9.
Exactly.
He's an interesting person. We just talked to him a little while ago. What's it been like getting used to him?
He's a character. You know, when I first saw him, I was like, man, this guy's going to be trouble. But he's such a good guy. He lives up the locker room. and brings this good vibe. So it's awesome to have him here.
Yeah, we've been told,
Yeah.
I mean, in a short amount of time, he's really made an impression as a great teammate. It was the actual phrase that we've heard earlier today. What makes somebody such a great teammate?
You know, just being every day with a positive attitude, you know, not being just on your phone and being separated from the group. Just he comes in and you know what, he likes to play games. Like right now they have like this foot golf going on before the training session starts, and everyone gets there early and they do those things. So like those little things that make a group just stronger together. Yeah.
I've heard a little bit about the foot golf. Yeah, it gets, anytime we've talked to anybody on the podcast or on the radio show, foot golf gets mentioned somehow. I feel like there's a bigger story there.
Yeah, you should ask Corey.
How was campus life down in Chula Vista as the preseason rolled on? I know we're looking forward to the regular season now, but what did you guys learn about the team being together down there in Chula Vista?
Right, we learned a lot, especially what we needed to do was get to know each other. I mean, there was a couple of players that came in and needed to fit into the system, learn like the principles of like what we're trying to do. And I think that was the most important stuff. And then being able to just get some chemistry together.
I have one last thing, just because you're a native San Diegan, and we talked a lot with Andrew Basiliadis and Warren Smith about everything that they're doing in the community.
Yes.
And I wonder how that lands with you as a native, everything that they got going on here, whether it's, Leal Sin Muros or some of the Chicano Federation. What does that mean, just not as a member of the team, but as somebody who's from this area, how involved they are in the community?
It's great. I am so happy that the club is such a big part of that and is taking it so serious. I think we're more than a soccer club. I think that's what it is. We're more than a soccer club, and we're really trying to be part of the community and help out, and not just be an outlet like for people to come and enjoy, but also be able to help those in need. And I think we're doing that. And it's great to be part of that, and it was another reason for me to be able to like feel part of a bigger, like more than just a club.
And I'm sure, with Loyal Select and seeing some younger players signed to contracts, I would imagine you're like, that might have been me, 15 years ago.
Yes, it's exciting. It's exciting because there's so much talent in San Diego and Orange County, and just this part, I think, like it was never taken advantage, Like there's so much talent, and I'm excited for these kids. They're a great group of kids. They have a lot of talent. I think they just called up the national teams, and they deserve it. And they're going to learn a lot, and I feel like they're going to be a big part of the group in the future.
It's going to be a fun season.
Right.
It's going to be a fun season. We look forward to seeing everybody here in these stands upcoming here in 2021. It's going to be a blast. We look forward to it.
Yeah, Alejandro Guido, we're very lucky to have him in San Diego. He is back this season. It's going to be a lot of fun getting ready for Phoenix, and in just a couple hours, who knows, maybe we'll see a brand new goal celebration.
Can't wait.
He won't spill it though. We'll get a little bit more. Coming up next from Torero Stadium, Darren and I will chat with Landon Donovan. That's coming up next.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
Matchday Live continues. It is the 2021 preview show. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Carruth. This is Landon Donovan, and he's joining us as we get ready for the regular season. I attempted to look up the bio for Landon Donovan on the website. Nothing was listed. So Landon, please tell me, what have you done in your career?
Yeah, what do you do here?
I babysit grown men for a living.
How has the babysitting gone lately?
Actually, quite good. I'm happy with how preseason has gone. Most of our guys have played 3 full 90-minute matches. We are, knock on wood, healthy. So that's pretty much all you can ask for in preseason.
I'm curious what you think about the start to the season, because clearly the schedule, I feel like it's 3 different versions. You get the road start, you get home in the middle, and then you finish on the road quite a bit.
Yeah.
That first third of the season, when you are on the road, you start in Phoenix, and then beyond that, how do you approach that as the manager, knowing that you're not going to be here in San Diego for quite some time?
I actually love it in a sense that you get all the matches on the road together at the same time. So 6 of our first 7 are on the road. So mentally you can just go into it saying, all right, we're just going to road mentality. And in between, we get one amazing game here at Torero Stadium. So we actually look at it the same way. We look at it in kind of thirds of the season. So that first stretch is going to be tough. We play, in my opinion, the best or top 3 team in the league in Phoenix to start the season at their place. Always going to be challenging. And then we go to RGV, we go to Tacoma, and we go to Louisville, who are probably the other best team in the league. So it's going to be really difficult, but I think our guys are ready for that, and they love the challenge.
Yeah, everyone seems very excited for the season to start. There's no question about that. 32 games is different as well. We've chatted about it a little bit with the players so far. For you, how is that different? The difference in schedule, more games?
Well, all I know as a former player is playing 30 or so games. And all I know as a coach is playing 16 games. So it was a little strange last year to deal with that. But for our guys, they're just ready to go. It's been, forget about preseason. It's been 6 weeks of preseason, but it's been 4 or 5 months since guys played a soccer game. So that's really challenging for a professional athlete. So they're just really excited to get back out and play a game again.
How would you compare where you're at now at the end of preseason in 2021 to where you were a year ago? There was so much happening last year just trying to get this baby off the ground.
Yeah.
For you now with Phoenix, especially to start, and as you mentioned, and as Jordan mentioned, so many away matches. Where are you this year compared to where you were last year?
It's hard to compare, Darren, honestly, because all I have is the context of last season. And to think about last season versus today, it's night and day. We are so much further along. We have 12 guys back, so that creates immediate continuity. The 5 or 6 guys we've brought in, plus the young kids, have picked up everything we're trying to do really quickly. And then we've had 3 full 90-minute matches to work out any last kinks. So I feel like at this point last year, we weren't close to being ready to play an inaugural match. This point this year, we are very ready for our first game. So I feel good about where we are.
Let's talk a little bit about some of those new players, because to the point of last year, and I don't know that I have this exactly right, but you had to have a roster in a short amount of time. This year, Corey Herzog, Jack Blake, some of the players you brought in defensively. It feels like, okay, we have our nucleus, now let's build around that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what it was like building a roster and picking the players and bringing in the players that you guys brought in here.
I'm realizing more and more, and Nate Miller would remind me of this all the time in the off season. There's so much value to continuity. So we believe in the training process. We don't believe in just bringing good players, putting them on the field, and things will happen. We believe in the process. And so every day you have a player, the closer they are to being a complete player for your team. So months have gone on now. A year plus has gone on with a lot of these guys. They know exactly what the expectations are. When Charlie Adams and Colin Martin are on the field, they know exactly what's expected in every moment of training, off the field, on the match, in the community, etc. So there's so much value in that. And then we were very selective about the types of players we brought in from a soccer standpoint, but also as people. As you probably know by now, culture matters a lot to us, and the environment around the team matters a lot to us. And so we went to find the best players who are the best people, and we brought them in. And so far, they've proven to be great additions to our team.
So you get to see new players, you have some returning players, you're done with the preseason. Everyone's excited for the season to start for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is you get to see the team for the first time. A lot of fans going to get a great feel for the team for the very first time when you guys are playing in Phoenix. Who are some breakout potential players for you guys this year? Who may surprise a few fans?
Well, first of all, we appreciate the patience of our fans because they haven't been able to see us really in preseason, and it's been a long time since they've been able to see us play. So we are very grateful. Thank you. I know it's frustrating at times. You want to see more, you want more, but we are close. So we're very excited about the start. We have a few players. I'll just naming them off because they're new here. But Thomas Van Kayazil, very good defender. Corey Herzog, Nicky Jackson, very good forwards and strikers at this level. So there are some new faces you're going to see. Jack Blake, people who follow USL will know from the Monarchs. Obviously, we know Guido from the end of the season. Trey Muse, a goalkeeper who came to us from the Seattle Sounders on loan. So you're going to see new faces and quickly get to see their quality on the field. And then over time, you'll get to see their how they benefit us in the community and being a part of San Diego. So we're really excited about all the new additions, including the ones I just named.
Yeah, we're excited to see it in Phoenix. Good luck this season. We're excited to see how it looks against Rising coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
You know, you said right on in the beginning of camp, I remember the first video that the social media team put out there was Landon addressing the club and saying, from here on out, everything we do is about lifting a trophy.
Yeah.
Remember that moment?
I do.
How have they, we'll find out in regular season, but how have they responded to that challenge?
Well, we don't bring in the types of players we brought in to try to be an average team. So we try to set the expectations very clear. I'm also realistic with goals. I believe we're good enough to put ourselves in a position to win a trophy. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So I didn't say it last year. We were building something, right? But we've brought in the type of players that we think can win, and that's the expectation. The guys want to win. They are competitive and they want to win too. So every day we work towards being the best we can be, and I think eventually that'll give us a chance to be real contenders.
We're looking forward to analyzing Landon's outfits match by match also, by the way. That was always one of our favorite subjects.
Yeah, I'm very stylish.
On the podcast.
Yeah, I'm very stylish.
We'll see you in Phoenix. We look forward to it. We look forward to the season starting.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. There he is, the manager, Landon Donovan. We're back to Torero Stadium after this.
I have good news for you. You have a huge heart and a mind that was able to imagine all of this.
You're helping to save lives.
Every day. Thank you for daring to imagine health differently.
Together, we're changing the future.
For good. For good.
For good.
For good.
All right, we are back to say goodbye here on Matchday Live, the 2021 preview edition. Ready for that season to start, ready to get to Phoenix. Darren, the next time that people will see us here at Matchday Live, where will we be?
Jordan, we're going to be on the pitch at Phoenix Rising, or Chandler Rising's new stadium. So this is where the season opens up, April 30th on ESPN2. Don't wait until 7 o'clock on ESPN2. You can join us. You can find us on YouTube. Make sure you go to sdloyal.com, get all the information that you need. We are thrilled to be back for a second season. We cannot wait to see you here at Torero Stadium as well. But the next time that we will speak to you here on this platform, we will be pitchside, Phoenix Rising, hosting SD Loyal. How else would you rather start the 2021 season?
Quickly, let's talk about some things we just learned chatting with everyone we just did. I'll start with Alejandro Guido. I thought it was pretty interesting what he said about wanting to be near the top, I'm assuming in the league when he says this, in goals and assists. That's not just one category he's after two. And really based on what we saw from Alejandro Guido late last season in the handful of games that we got from him, would anyone be surprised if he was near the top in goals and assists this year in USL Championship? I would not be surprised, but I'm glad he was able to say it and go on record saying that's what I want to achieve here in 2021.
I also love just that Alejandro is such an amazing story, and those of us that have been around San Diego for a while and we've followed pro soccer here and we've followed the national team, the U.S. men's national team, we've known Alejandro's name for quite a while. Out of Mater Dei, a South Bay kid, wearing the number 10. For his hometown club. Think about that. There was no number 10, literally, on the club last year. He becomes the very first in San Diego Loyal history to wear that number. He understands it. He understands the responsibility that comes with it, and he's the perfect player to represent here with SD Loyal.
What I love about Alejandro Guido is the fact that he already brought up Corey Herzog in his interview there, his connection with Corey Herzog, who's a brand new player. Usually that takes time. We have yet to play a regular season game. The fact that he's already bringing up a connection with someone he's just getting to know, I think is a very good sign. It was nice chatting with Corey Herzog. Clearly one of the players that's going to bring a big personality to the club. My takeaway chatting with him, Darren, he is glowing to be here in San Diego. He seems to be so happy right here in town.
And you can see it. You can see it from training. You can see it from preseason matches. We've seen this player. Last year when Reno came in here, he's the player that you and I talked about, being excited to see that. He's now a member of SD Loyal. Just an incredible feeling. He is going to be an instant fan favorite in this season, of course. just because of the way he plays, the way he is out there on the pitch. You can see it with the hair and the earrings. He's all about it. He's going to be somebody that these supporters are going to fall in love with, without a doubt.
Yeah, and we asked Landon Donovan who are a few breakout players that we could see here in 2021 really take the spotlight. Corey Herzog, one of those players that he brings up. He's new. We're going to get to know him a little bit more, but I have a feeling we're going to get to know him very, very well here on the post-match set.
Yeah, I would say so. And we could spend 15 more minutes here talking about Jack Blake and Nicky Jackson and the new keeper, Trey Muse, who just has such amazing presence. And think about the shoes that he has to fill. He's got to fill John Kempen's boots, who might have been the best keeper here in USL in 2020, who's now off with DC United. So there are so many great stories. This is going to be such an amazing season, Jordan. I cannot wait to get out to Chandler, Arizona and get it underway on Friday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's kind of followed suit the same way. We're picking up where we left off here this season. We start with beers on the table, and by the end of the show, they disappear. I don't know where they went. They used to be here, but they're no longer here. Right? You kind of get used to that here on Matchday Live.
Yeah, you can lead a player to the beer, but I don't know what the end of that phrase is. You can lead the player to the beer, and they'll just take the beer home with them.
I know. We kind of just offered it, and they're like, yeah, we could even finish offering, and they were already being grabbed. So the next time that we will see everyone, we will be in Phoenix. We'll be at the brand new stadium, and hopefully San Diego Loyal playing spoiler in that brand new stadium.
Absolutely, and you know, that's the season opener. We talked a lot about just playing away to start the season, but let's not forget also May 29th, right here at Torero Stadium. You know, you talk about some of the significant dates that we've already had here in this club's history, and that's going to be the next one. You know, getting the season underway is incredibly important, especially against a team like Phoenix Rising. But being back at home with fans in the stands, Jordan, we only had that experience one time last year. And to get that back here on May 29th on a Saturday night against Las Vegas Lights, what a special night. We missed you. We really did. We missed you guys last year. They missed you. They missed your energy, and we look forward to seeing you back here at Torero Stadium.
Yeah, Charlie Adams, the only Loyal player to score a goal in front of fans here at Torero Stadium during a regular season match. So that will change here in 2021. I cannot wait for Alejandro Guido to celebrate in front of the locals and everyone else as well. But it sounds like he and Corey have something up their sleeves. I can't wait to see what that is in Phoenix. Darren, I had a lot of fun tonight. I hope everyone learned a little bit more about the club. I know we sure did, and we're excited to see everyone taking on Phoenix Rising, Chandler Rising, very, very soon.
Look at the deflection, Del Campo. Watch out, Adams. Scores! Watch this thing out of midair. Beautiful first touch, bottom corner. Thank you very much. Landon Donovan just sitting on the sideline, hits the reset button, and put that